Go lay down.
Come here. Come here.
You could tie him right there. He just needed water.
I gotta adjust the hanger.
Oh, you feel like it's just too
moved,
high?
It moved a little bit. No, it moved outward.
Oh,
So
you want to
I gotta
bring it in?
bring it in just a little bit.
Okay.
But it moved when we moved the car. So.
That's another thing I was like thinking about also too. Is the thing too close to the top to where it's gonna vibrate?
No.
And then my old one was like that. Remember the old one?
That one was hitting the.
That was hitting something. It was hella bad.
Yeah.
This
That one
one's
is.
hella
Dude, that's
sick.
super stiff.
Hey, hella
Jesus
stiff.
Christ.
It has a.
There's a bushing with a nut and a lock nut.
That's the frame.
Ah, that's super cool. Dude, that cut is just like so precise. It's insane.
It's got like pie cuts and everything.
It's hella pretty.
It's like jewelry for your car.
You can't even, dude. It just looks so much cleaner. Like even out the back, it's not even noticeable because of the
This is where the old
the
exhaust.
tailgate
You
is
can see
just
the
so
little-
bulky.
You can see the
Oh yeah,
the-
no, for sure.
little bit of smoke.
Well, that's probably what's gonna have
Oxidation.
it on that part right there too.
Yeah,
I was
but-
thinking about that.
But look, when you look underneath it, it's just clean.
Hella tough.
Sheesh. Yeah, it's super nice, dude. Oh my god.
Look from back here.
Let me see. Yeah, it looks hella nice, dude. Way nicer. Because before it'd come out this way, like, it's ugly.
Well, let's look at the old exhaust. Watch.
No, it was just ugly then.
He doesn't want to see it.
I don't even want to see it no more. Oh, dude. You did that. I'm like, you did that.
That was on a budget.
It was. No, well, that's just like back in the day exhaust.
Well, that was just like
That was
That was like a real. That was like one of the quick installs.
from the hood.
Yeah, the hood installs. Yeah, for sure. No, that looks nice.
not everybody has the resources to spend
Well, yeah.
that kind of money on
Yeah.
exhaust, right?
I don't have the resources either. I mean, it was a must resource, dude. I mean, from what I had, it's definitely like. I haven't even heard it. I mean,
Like you can't even.
I showed my kid this morning, and he was like, he looked over at me. He's like, "That's your car?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That sounds like a tank." I was like, "I know."
So you can see, look at underneath the
Right here?
mid pipes and stuff. Yeah. I'll talk to this.
Dude, like it's so tight. You did this all by yourself, Andrew?
Yep.
You're hired. Say bye to your parents.
That's what the other customer said. They're like, how much would
Does
I
it
have
cost
to pay you?
to bring you on board?
Yep.
Millions.
Millions. I was gonna say millions for what he's doing now.
He's an NFL. He's an NFL player, like
He's
contract for 10 years.
He's not an open scout. He's already hired here, so.
You gotta be in the family to, like a mob, like the mob. Oh, power me up, Andrew. Yeah.
Power
Now,
you up.
now you don't have to.
I'm like, power you up. Oh, now I don't have to burn my hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better,
Now
dude.
you have to put your hand. Now you have to wear a glove to turn it on. I do have to retune it.
Oh, really? Throw it off a little bit? sounds like not my car.
It's like your motor coming to life.
Well, when I seen the before and after today, because I actually really looked at the before and after. I must have missed that part yesterday.
What part?
You know where it says before on the video?
Really? Yeah.
And I drive off and it's all, and then you come back and start it. And right
it's like
now,
from the Jetsons?
this is like the after, dude. They need to hear that shit in person. Because over the video, it's day and night, bro.
Yeah, the video, it muffles
Video
it.
kills.
It's so loud that the camera, the microphone, the
audio
kind of
distorts.
plays-
Yeah,
it muffles
yeah.
it. It muffles
really
it.
bad, dude.
But that is, it's like,
It's intensely loud.
right?
Hella loud.
Now your neighbors are gonna love you.
Well, I have a neighbor across the street that has El Camino, and every time I pull up, he's like, "Hey, it sounds good."
What'd you do?
No, he's hella cool. He's like, I think he was the jail cat. He's a white dude. He's really old school. He's probably about, I don't know, maybe 60. He has the El Camino. He fucking pulls it out, washes it, and takes it out and drives and comes back. When I take the car out, he's like, "Fuck, dude." I remember I used to have one of those. Like one of those guys. Yeah, but he likes the car. He's gonna shit his pants when I pull up in this thing. Hella loud.
Your kids are gonna be like, Mom, I got scared. I saw a monster.
Well, they're gonna wonder. Well, because my wife's like, "What are you doing to the car now?" I'm like, "I'm changing the exhaust." She's like, "Didn't it sound good already?"
Yeah, what
didn't it sound good already?
What
And
the
I
hell is
sent-
wrong with the old exhaust?
I sent the video to my boy. Who's like, "Dude, you're fucking nuts for that. That shit's loud as fuck." And I haven't even heard it in person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It
So-
sound and looks so good that he's now redoing his.
the whole thing.
Center section.
But what's wrong with your stuff?
Nothing.
What was wrong with yours?
A lot. By the
What's
sounds of this. A whole lot, dude. What do you mean? A whole lot. My shit never sound like that. It's
So-
like it went from like a fucking regular ass lawnmower sound to a fucking monster.
The crazy part is you probably saved like, what, 20, 30 pounds? Those mufflers are like
Oh, the old ones?
Oh, yeah.
quarter.
30s?
Yeah. No, those are Super
What are
44s.
Super 44s? Things are hella heavy, dude. And
Yeah,
they're
they're
hella
big.
long.
They're big.
Hella
So that
long.
means this stretches my whole thing out that much further back.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Man, I like it, bro.
pretty good.
Definitely worth my trip.
Like this. I told you, man. I
love
was
that
like,
shit, bro.
it's
Legit,
legit.
it came fucking before. But this is, it all works out. I like it. Can I drive home? He's not, take it.
Swap cars.
No,
Your wife
it's
be like,
alright.
what?
No, it's good. Yeah, leave her car here and just go back in the Cutlass.
So I went to my car and be like, trade it in. Got something better.
No, right now, dude. I like it.
So yeah, this inspired me to redo mine.
That's
It
true.
inspires
That's
me to
just-
stop looking at mine.
To stop looking at yours?
Everybody's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, because
'Cause he
you.
did
Well, I
his,
seen
like,
the
2 years
video,
ago.
and I think he was like roasting on his truck. He's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm not happy with mine." I'm like, "Dude, that was like a long time ago." Shit. You can't even compare your craft then to what it is now, bro.
No, yeah, I know.
That's just like my job
Yeah.
and his job. Like we're always
But
gonna.
it's like, damn.
We're always gonna elevate ourselves to do better, dude.
Yeah.
And it's all practice, but it takes you working on other cars, or to even practice on cars. Like you said, no one's gonna spend $3K or whatever on an exhaust bro all the time.
Yeah.
And when it happens,
Yeah, for those of you that don't know,
Well, I don't think you'll
this
never
is
have to do
a
it again.
$3,000 exhaust system. Yeah. So what's that?
it'll probably never happen again.
What's that?
Yeah, I said it's a one and done.
Well, it's stainless steel, so it'll last forever. There's no gaskets, V-bands, and everything. Unless you crash it, it'll last forever.
Oh no.
I don't
No,
suggest you
but
crash it.
it is a 1-to-1.
Even the V-bands are stainless.
Yeah, everything's stainless, so it can't rust. Nothing. So even the bolts and nuts are nickel plated, not nickel plated, but silver plated.
You saw the video, but too bad you can't see under it.
Oh no, the video is
It's
just like
it's really pretty.
it's super nice.
It's like jewelry.
No, it is really nice, dude. It looks super clean.
But I had to.
like the tucks and all the whole thing, dude. Looks
I had
super
to.
clean.
I went this morning. I got up early, and that's it. I was like, that's it. I'm mad scientist.
I'm tearing my shit apart.
Yep. So watch. I'll bring it to you.
Bring you what?
What?
You're gonna do the whole thing stainless steel. I knew you were gonna do some shit like that.
Mine was aluminized.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is that?
That's the center section.
That's the H-pipe portion of
Yeah.
it? Oh, so instead of going this way,
Yeah,
you went
yeah.
this way with it. That's super dope.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Made that this morning.
That's fat. You're gonna do the whole shit
I
like
took your
that.
scraps and
You're gonna do the whole thing all the way
Air.
all the way through like that.
yeah. Yeah.
What? I mean, you're the inventor. It's gotta be better than.
It's not better. It's just different.
Oh, yeah, it can't be the same.
I
It's
mean,
always gotta
so
be
basically, I had some. This part was. The only thing that was left from yours, the oval pipe, was this section here. So I cut it, and I cut it this
But
way.
even
and
this is hella fancy, dude.
Yeah.
Going up this way instead of going
this was the oval pipe. I just cut it up, made it work. But yeah, so mine's gonna be polished from the front to the back.
That's crazy. You better put a glass
Are you
underneath so they
see
can
what
see
you're
that
getting
shit.
into?
Yeah.
Cece?
But I wanted to. Mine was trash.
You weren't happy with it.
It was like yours. It was like that.
Really? Well, 'cause
Just
you-
larger
that's when you
diameter.
did that, you did probably around the same time.
Yeah, I mean, because that's just a kit that you can buy from Flowmaster. But when you're on a budget, I mean, that does the
I
job.
think it was. That,
Yeah,
I think that was a kit.
yeah, it's a kit.
That's
So
not. This is all
that's all custom.
the
But it takes,
Lego
you know,
building. And,
yeah.
No, dude, that's hella work.
But yeah, so this will be. I can't wait. This will be done part tomorrow.
And you're gonna have all that done before your trip.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
In
yeah,
your spare time.
yeah, I did that this morning. In my spare time.
You're running out of spare time though.
But that's why I had to finish yours. I could do this.
Not only that, we're going camping the weekend before Hot Dogs Night. So
Oh my
he
god.
literally has 2 weekends.
And Andrew's pulling his transmission out of his truck.
Because you're driving your stuff over there.
Yeah. Something's wrong
So we
with
gotta-
the transmission.
You're probably gonna get it out tonight.
You told me.
Yeah, the pump.
You did tell me.
You'll get it out tonight, right?
Yeah, it'll be out tonight.
So then
I'm almost. I just gotta take the bell housing bolts out and the torque converter bolts,
So that's what we're
and
taking
that's
apart
it.
tonight.
When it cools off.
Yeah, dude, 'cause it's hella hot right now.
Mhm.
Pull the train apart, rebuild it.
Oh my god, you guys are working hella overtime.
The only thing is he's out of school, so at least he has.
And it's 106 today for those of you watching.
He said it hell, man. It's 106, and I'm still
So
working.
everybody's watching on YouTube with AC. They're like, it's hell.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you didn't have to redo your exhaust.
That's like saying you don't have to be awesome.
Hey, he had to redo it
Right.
for sure. He can't have you pull up making all that damn noise, and then you have. Dude, there's just no way. It's just like when we talked about it before. I can't have a dope ass motor and a shitty ass exhaust.
Yeah.
Even if you can't see it, you know.
Yeah,
you'll hear it.
mentally it messes with your mind.
You'll hear it, dude. Now, dude, you'll hear it. It's gonna mess. Well, it's already messed with my brother's mind, and he hasn't even started his car.
Really? He's like, dude, I can't keep up. What the hell?
Well, he's like, dude. Well, we haven't even started his car.
Yeah,
That
I
we
know.
haven't started.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I already want that shit. And I don't even have my car. I'm like, how do you want that? You don't even know.
Are you gonna do his car too?
Who?
His
yeah,
brothers?
Yeah. So then
Both
Keith
brothers.
called me and he's like, man, how much can I get down? Can I be down? Can I get my exhaust in?
For real?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, it's gonna start happening. I'm telling you, bro.
There you go,
Put your
Andrew.
tag on that shit. I'm telling you.
That's why I gotta
It's
fix.
gonna stall, bro.
It won't stall, but see, the AFRs are 10 and 95.
It should be at what, 9?
No, it should be like 13.
15. Oh, that's right. AFRs. Sounds hella sick, bro. What the hell? He sounds raw. It just sounds like a beast coming down the street. Sheesh. Sounds hella loud. Why does it sound like that, bro? It's like, oh, just barking at me.
So the AFRs are about 11.0. So it's at 95 kPa, it's a little bit rich. Fix that.
You gotta bring the idle up on a little bit.
No, not the idle, it's the mixture.
Sounds hella good.
Yeah, that sounds hella good.
Hella good.
Sounds healthy as hell.
Yeah.
Now, like, you can actually hear the motor now.
It's like you can hear the motor and wants you to get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it here.
See, if I was driving it right now, I'd be freaked out. It sounds like it's gonna stall,
No, it won't stop.
but it won't.
So it's 11, it's at 12.5.
have here?
Well, if you remember our conversation last time, it was last week when we finished Jose's car, and I told you I was going to build something sick for the Chevelle. Well, this is it. This is what, a week later? Yeah, a week later.
About a week later.
About a week later. So last weekend Jose came to look at his car, right? Is that what? So just so yeah, this is a week later, and I went crazy, and built this freaking sick ass exhaust. Now,
Yeah.
I was watching Engine Masters last night, and they had a episode where they were comparing exhaust systems with an X pipe, without an X pipe, with an H pipe, and without an H pipe. The exhaust systems, and this is on a motor that makes like 350 horsepower. So, but it should be the same. It's just an air pump. So this one makes over 1,000 horsepower. So it should be relative. So the system was a 2.5-inch system, and they put a just straight pipe. And the Freiberger was making fun of it because it sounded like a 4-cylinder each side, which is exactly why I did not like my exhaust system I had before. It was good, but when you go against the retaining wall on the freeway, it sounds like your engine's at half the speed that it's supposed to be. So instead of cruising at like 2,500, it feels like it's cruising at like 1,250.
Yeah.
Like you're idling. So I just don't like it. So it sounds good when it's idling when you hear both exhausts, but it doesn't sound integrated. It doesn't sound like blended,
Yeah.
So they were saying, so they did the straight pipe and it made 360 horse or whatever, and then they went to an H pipe, and the H pipe increased the torque. I think a couple of numbers, maybe I think like 10 horsepower or something like that. And they said that it sounded a little bit better. It was 128 decibels without the H pipe or the X pipe, and it was 127 with the H pipe, and then they did an X pipe, and they put the X pipe on there, and it was similar to that one without the extra volume in the center. So on theirs, it didn't have this extra piece that I built. It just had the tubes go together. But what I was concerned with was if I cut half a 3-inch and half a 3-inch, right, then I only have 3 inches of volume. So you got two cylinders trying to fight for the occupancy, right? So they're trying to occupy that same space. So what I did was I actually increased the volume by an 1.5 inches, spreading it apart and then welding it a spacer in there. And then here, there's actually a V little deal on the inside that helps direct the exhaust flow so it doesn't hit this flat wall back here. Anyway, so they said it sounded like with the H pipe or with the X pipe, it sounded like it was like going like 10,000 RPM. Right? So I'm like, okay. So because it blends the cylinder. So my thinking was when I designed it that, if your banks are separated, you hear, you only fire one cylinder at a time.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like boom, 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 the firing order, right? Well, if you have this tube here, and the gas is going to take the least path of resistance. So it's some of it's going to go this way and some of it's going to go this way. So every time it fires, you're going to hear per minute, or not per minute, but per revolution or per firing event, you're going to hear at each pipe together. Instead of hearing it at one pipe and then hearing, because 1-8, so it's going to go 1-8, 3, 1-8-4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, but that's the thought, and I think it's going to sound good.
I think it should too.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the only modification. That's the major modification is having this. That's
why you did it in the first place.
This X pipe. I want to hear all the pulses out of both pipes at all times. So that way, when you hear one side of the car, if you're on this side of the car, you still hear all the 8 pulses. Right, yeah. Through the firing order, and not just.
Not only that, but it flows better.
Yeah. So basically, one pulse has an option to go through both tubes, right? So every time it fires, like I said, one fires here, one fires there. Well,
it's basically like splitting it into two.
Splitting it so it's like 6-inch exhaust, right? Yeah. For that one pulse. Yeah. Now, obviously, by the time that pulse actually gets
to the end,
it won't even get to the end. It'll probably get to like right here, and then there's another pulse behind it, right? But the same thing applies, I believe, is by blending the two together, you'll get a more free flowing exhaust. And it actually did quiet it down. They said so the X pipe had it was 126, so it's 1 decibel less.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't know if you can even tell 1 decibel less. But anyways, this is a big block, so this is you already get extra decibels.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you also have Super 10s on there, so even if it was 1 decibel quieter, or even 2, you wouldn't really tell. It's still loud.
So yeah.
What was the reason for polishing?
It's different. I never built an exhaust that was polished.
Mm.
Now I realized as soon as I fired up the first 10 minutes, everything from here back to about right there, it's gonna be straw colored. Right, it's gonna change color.
Mm.
It shouldn't change. It should change a little bit here, because the last tooth I had on here before, it actually was a little bit straw colored, but back after the muffler shouldn't be at all. I mean, everything back here should stay chrome.
It'll be straw colored, but it'll still be polished.
Yeah, it'll still be shiny. So as long as I don't hit any dogs.
Yeah, like last time.
Yeah. It is super hot.
Mm-hmm.
What's it supposed to be, like 103 today?
Yeah, something like that. 103. It's
nice.
like 101 right now.
It's pretty hot. So I got the exhaust in for the final time. Got everything just adjusted and positioned to where I want. Want to take a look at it real quick?
Super tucked.
Mm-hmm. Try to get as close as possible. It was hard to do the back because there's so much stuff back there.
Mm.
But I will say I don't have the upper control arms that are factory, so it does allow for more space. But the painted rod and the track bar, which just took a little bit of navigation.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good now.
Looks great.
All right, let's see if all that effort was worth it. That's the moment of truth, right?
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I was nervous.
I mean, I'm more excited than nervous. But also, I didn't do the work, so it's different.
Yeah.
Sounds good. It's not as loud, but it sounds better. It sounds smoother.
good.
Sounds
I like
good.
it. Yeah.
See the now you can see the difference. I mean, we can see the difference of the. So Jose's exhaust is just like my exhaust, with the exception of only the H pipe.
Mhm.
He has an H pipe and I have an X pipe.
Yeah.
This is a MC2 X pipe though. It's different.
It's different. Yeah.
So all right. So yeah, they're not one's not better than the other. They're just different.
It's just whatever you prefer.
I think Jose's car is actually louder than mine.
I think it is. Maybe. I can feel this one has more bass though. His is a little bit louder. I'd say his is a little bit more like poppy, but yours has more bass and it sounds more blended. But it's just a little bit quieter.
I can't wait to drive it.
But his has a little bit of drone. I'd say like
His is more raspy.
his is a little bit more raspy, but only in certain sections, like of the RPM range. With yours, I don't think there will be any of that, so it'll be all blended, and it'll sound like you said, it'll sound like it's revving at a high RPM, even though you're.
Yeah, 'cause it already feels like that when I just rev up in the car. There's less pulsing.
Yeah.
It's just more, like I said, it's more blended.
Yeah, it's weird.
So yeah, I mean that was an experiment. I didn't know how the hell it was gonna run.
Or sound, yeah.
Or sorry, not run, but sound. So yeah, that's what it is.